the Sabbath, Jesus was teaching in one of the synagogues, and a woman's there who had been crippled by a spirit for 18 years. She was bent over. So I want you to get this image of bent overness. And here's a picture of a woman bent over. Now, this woman was crippled for 18 years. In her bent overness, it's apparently irreversible. It's permanent. She's in bondage from this crippling disease. And basically, she's used to it. And in fact, she's not looking for a healing. She shows up to church. And the synagogues, no one in the group is looking for a healing. Nobody in the community is looking for a healing for this lady. And I want you to notice how she's looking down, because her whole vision of life is constricted. It's narrow. I mean, she can only look down. She can see about, 18 inches in front of her, maybe a foot. She can't see the big picture. She can't see the sky. She can't see to the right or to the left very broadly. And her existence is very limited. It's very partial, and I'll use the word, it's very constricted. And so again, it's been 18 years in a bodily, but not just a bodily prison, it's an emotional, a spiritual, a relational prison as well. Now, I just imagine Jesus is standing up here preaching and teaching. And now understand that in ancient Judaism, the men were, in the room. The women are behind a curtain. So this woman, Jesus sees her. Now, maybe she's walking by a door, over there in the far right. And he sees her. Or maybe he sees her in the back in the women's section. And he sees her. And I want you to catch this too. It's a very public setting. I mean, he could have just pulled her over after the meeting's over and go into an alley and heal her in a very private way and not cause a big commotion. But he does it purposely in public, like in front of everybody, so we all can see it. And he's understand that he's in the midst of teaching. Like me, I'm giving a sermon right now. It's like this is like a really important time. Like this is like God's word. This is like holy. But Jesus stops it. He stops it for this one woman, and he sees her. He sees her, eyes of compassion, and he interrupts himself. Now, I just try to imagine the woman, he calls her forward. Like, try to imagine this. Like, she's hobbling over towards the front, in front of all these men who have major attitudes towards women. And, she's hobbling forward. And if I'm her, you know what I'd be thinking? Like, what did I do wrong? Why am I in trouble for something, But she comes forward with all those eyes fixed on her, and she moves forward to Jesus as he calls her. And, if I was her, I don't know if I'd even show up. But you see, sometimes, like that woman, we are living our usual lives, bent over, constricted, limited, but we're so used to it, we don't even think about it. We're not even looking for a healing. We're not even looking for a change. We're just going along, hobbled over, bent over.